Association presented by Caesars Sportsbook. I'm Jay Acosta-Ruiz, joined by 16.5-year NBA veteran Robin Lopez and two-time championship coach David Fizdale. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, guys, what's your instant reaction to Nuggets Timberwolves? Because, oh my God, it's a never-ending game, first of all.
Yes, it was it is. That was a Timberwolves team that knew they had to win that game.
Yeah.
I would say Chris Finch can coach his tail off.
That's a good reaction. Very succinct for you, Coach. All right, let's get into the highlights. Game 6 in Minnesota with the Timberwolves leading the series 3-2. This was cute. Julius Randle showed up rocking the Dante DiVincenzo jersey for Game 6. Winner go home. Ooh. That is, in fact, a playoff career high for McDaniels and became just the 4th player in franchise history with 30 points and 10 rebounds in a playoff game, joining Kevin Garnett, Anthony Edwards, and Karl Anthony Towns. Jokic and Cam Johnson led the way for Denver, but nope, that will do it. Here's Jaden McDaniels after the game.
Jaden.
You rarely saw Denver get a clean layup past the defender. We just watched 6 by Shannon. Like, you know, and so if you're giving up layups at one end, not touching the paint at the other, you know, and the other thing is Denver's style of play, if you take away their dribble drive, it eats up clock. Well, if the other team's scoring 2 seconds, 3 seconds like they are with, you know, just blowing by the initial defender, that stacks up, and it ends up wearing you out over the course of a game. And, man, credit. I know I said it before. Chris Finch. I mean, this guy, I guarantee you a lot of people lost some money. Right? Think about it. Like, Joker going in there, they lost 3 guys, the guys that they lost. Coach said, nope, we're going to replace them with this, we're going to replace them with this. Here's the game plan. This is how we're going to shut them down. And, man, did they execute. They
did an incredible job.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
They played with a sense of urgency, but also not fear. It was confidence out there. It was urgency and mixture, urgency and confidence. It was perfect.
Yeah. There's been a lot of talk about the Timberwolves, right, especially as we got into the postseason, and them being sort of like that X factor, but also the underdog, which is an interesting word to use for that squad. But honestly, they have proven time and again that they, if nothing else, they have grit.
Look, they are the most frustrating team in the NBA this year. Y'all drove me crazy this year, man, because we kept saying, oh, here they go, here they go. Win 4, drop 4. Well, I'm like, come on, you guys got to get it together, because everybody knows they have that kind of talent. But now their depth is showing because they are banged up, and those other guys are stepping up. And the kid Terrence Shannon Jr., I got to watch him when I was doing my front office work, and I thought he was a super talent at Illinois. He is really starting to grow. I mean, look at the pace that he plays at. No one on Denver can keep him in front. These are layups. These are at the rim, I'm by you or I'm through you layups. We did not see this from Denver. How many layups did we see Denver get in this fashion? I mean, that's not a layup.
No, it's not. That's an exclamation point.
Yeah, and he is the key reason why when you lose a guy like Ant, of course, he can't replace Ant, but if you're filling that in with 22, 24 points a night from a kid that had been not playing that much, I mean, that's huge for them. And if they can get healthy now, they might be confident in moving forward. Good basketball.
Be exciting.
Yeah. Oh, this is the best playoffs in a long time.
Facts. All right, you talked about him, Coach. Let's get to Chris Finch, who's at the podium.
Drop your knowledge, Chris.
Welcome back to the association, and we're looking at our playoff bracket, focusing in on the West now as the Timberwolves move on, defeating the Nuggets today. Incredible run by this team. We'll talk about their opponents in a minute, but right now, Robin, what impressed you most about Minnesota?
Their resilience, man. That was a tough situation to walk into. Down 3 of their top scorers, you know, and to have so many young fellas step up at a prime stage like that, that was just incredible. That's not an easy thing to do, especially against such a veteran team like the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
I mean, resilience is the word. I mean, I can't even think of another word that's better than that. But the thing that I really was like, wow, was how much they lived in the paint. They were in the rim all night long. Let me see, what's the points in the paint? I haven't even looked at it. 64 points in the paint to 40. And that goes back to what I was talking about is that chain reaction of, can you get by your guy? And on the other end, can you keep your guy in front? And the speed of Minnesota did that tonight, and that's what happened in the game. You heard Joke, we couldn't even screen him.
Right.
You saw the play with McDaniel. He blocks the shot. He kept pursuing Jamal Murray. They could the speed. That's length. That's athleticism. When they're saying we can't even screen these guys, I remember having a team like that once.
Right.
It's fun, and guys can't escape you. And so, you know, regardless of who they went to on the rotation, it seemed like they just kept bringing an athlete. And he played that big lineup tonight, and that lineup worked for him.
Yeah, big time. Jamal Murray, he finished 4 of 17 from the field. He was mainly guarded by Jaden McDaniels, who scored 32 points. I mean, we've said it, guys. Ant already called him out from
Said he was
months ago. Favorite player, and we can see why, Rob.
But look at him. He's the way to have impact performance on both ends of the floor like that in a game-deciding situation, that is rare. That does not happen a lot. He was the leading scorer for the Timberwolves, but he also shut down one of the primary scorers, the primary driver for the Nuggets. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Isn't it, though?
That's when the best player would take the best player type of thing. You know, no doubt. The thing about this kid, though, you know, I just love the...
No, stoic.
Blank face.
He don't smile. He don't have any friends. Like, I love it.
Not no friends, Coach.
But what you don't realize, he out there talking.
Right.
It's not demonstrative. It's not this
it's like the man with no name.
He's just letting you know I'm cooking you or I'm shutting you down. He's whispering to you.
I'm telling you, he's the man with no name. He's Clint Eastwood out there.
The man with no name. Exactly right. And I'm impressed with him because, you know, he took it all on his shoulders.
He did.
You know, not just with his performance, but he started talking, you know, and
to a championship team.
And so that's really.
I mean, he had reason to.
No, I'm just saying, like that's.
But that's taking it. That's taking like, okay, I got this. Like, you know, that's adding an extra burden to it when you start talking like that. I mean, like that was pretty direct. So I agree with Coach Finch. He said it right. He said that's real toughness.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of guys talk, but they can't back it up. And this kid is doing it on the stage without his full arsenal of teammates, and it's pretty impressive.
One person you were really impressed with, you said you had seen it in him when you were scouting him, was Terrence Shannon Jr., and he really outperformed tonight for sure.
How they need to play right now, he fits that perfectly. He's a paint toucher, and he's relentless, and he's a freak athlete. He was like that in college, I'm telling you. I watched a game with him. In fact, I can recall it. Good grief. I watched him in Vegas at one of these college tournaments, and I want to say he gave UCLA or somebody like that 20. It might have been Baylor, but it was like he gave him 22 or something like that. And I was like, who is this kid? Let's work this. Let's make these notes, get this back to the office. And he's starting to show up with opportunity. And I love, you know, with Coach Finch, I like that he took, you know, he said, look, we've been putting him in the corner all year. This kid is best with the ball in his hands. And he put the ball in his hands, and the kid delivered. I mean, no one could keep him in front tonight.
That's an unknown quality, too, stepping up. Denver had no idea that was coming.
Right.
They were completely blindsided by that.
Yeah, that's like you ain't really prepared.
No, how can you?
Yeah, and it's like that same explosion, though, that Ant's bringing to the game. This kid is flying. I mean, he had a dunk the other day that was so ferocious. I thought he was trying to break the rim off. But he's in the rim fast. He's like castling these guys. It's like before you know it, he's already at the rim. And, you know, the other guys, shout out Mike Conley. Didn't play much all year. Just kind of been the leader, doing his thing, but stayed ready. And when they called his number, just like a great vet, he stepped in, made plays, big play at the end, getting the ball deflected out of bounds, got lobs to Rudy. That's big time for a veteran at this point in his career. And I see something in him. This is the most emotion I've seen him have. If you think about Mike Conley's a very reserved guy.
Sure.
I'm watching him and how he's celebrating with his guys. That's that urgency. I don't know how long I get to do this. And you can see it coming out in his way he's dealing with his teammates and with the intensity he's bringing to the game, even with the ref.
Yeah.
You know, Mike Conley never talked to the ref, but that last play, he was fighting for that call and he's yelling at the crowd. That's a guy that knows I'm on the back end of this deal. This team has a chance. We got to get there.
Yeah.
To give you an idea, he's the same age as me. We're the same high school class, 2006, so he's still out there.
I mean, so what year is this for him now?
It's got to be around 18, 19. Because he was in a year before us. Yeah. He was the draft class of KD, Greg Oden, and everything.
Wow.
One of my favorites I ever coached. He was just, I mean, he's the kind of guy
19.
you want to. Yeah, 19.
That's what I said, right?
If you could say, if like it was like the whole, NBA all standing in front of you, all the guys in the NBA, and you had a son and you said, I want my son to be like one of these guys, Mike Conley, come here.
Wow, that's a huge,
for real,
huge compliment.
Look at him. How many times he won Citizen of the Year, Teammate of the Year, all that. That's real. Like, that is really who he is. He is a high character dude who cares about his teammates, cares about his coaches. This is fun for him.
Oh, I love that. All right, we have a lot more to come here on the association. And Edwards famously, I can't
get me off that court.
Wait.
Well, so do we know anything about Ant's timeline? Like, they keep saying,
research?
Come on, guys, give me
Chris Haynes, week to week.
We need day to day.
That might not be soon enough for.
No, we need day to day. Like, yeah, man. But that's going to be an athletic series. Yeah. And again, I'm going to harp on this. It's going to come down to who can keep each other in front. Because you can see both teams, their games are predicated on beating their man off the bounce. And so who's going to be the team that can keep their chest in front? That'll be the team that wins the series.
You said keep me off that court, Robin?
Yes.
Oh, no, big fella, this the Audubon. Big fella on the 405 in traffic.
Yes.
Audubon is crazy.
Yeah. Keep me out of Germany, keep me in Southern California in that
tick,
yes,
tick.
please.
That's a different level of speed that's going to be on that court. Oof, Luke Cornett, Rudy Gobert.
It's going to be a good
luck.
Put on y'all track shoes, boys.
Do you think it'll go to the distance?
I don't know. I don't think so because although I'm super impressed with what Minnesota did, I just don't think you can go into that series
They're shorthanded, right?
Shorthanded. The Spurs are serious business, and they're on a mission. And now if they were fully loaded and felt like this and was playing at this level, that would be But I just think maybe Minnesota gets one or two at the most.
Sure.
But especially if Ant's week to week,
and they can't rush him back from that hyperextension.
No way. No way. You're not risking the franchise.
No, not at all.
No. So
Please, for what?
We'll see.
Crazier things have happened. We will say that. Okay, in case